Hey, what's going on, people? It's Big Sammy at y'all. Hey, today we working on the Kobelco, the SK 35 SR, the 8,000 pound mini excavator, sitting at the house. And if you look at what we're doing today, we are greasing all our joints. Don't have a lot of mileage on this one. When I say mileage, I actually mean hours. We got a 54 hours, sorry. And anyways, even though we don't put a lot of hours on the machine and just more or less work around the yard and do odd jobs here and there, we still want to make sure that we still grease our fittings. So I know all you heavy equipment operators, a lot of us already know where to go, how to do this, but there's always somebody out there that may be looking at a video for this model or excavator similar to, but we're just going to point out some of the areas in this excavator here where you have to grease and a few things about it. So further ado, we are using a lithium grease, all-purpose lithium. I buy this from a supplier. I buy like a case at a time. There's a lot of different ideas on what to grease it with. You know, the best grease. Some people use red grease. Some people use just a regular old black grease. This is a black grease, but it's got lithium in it. It kind of holds up to the elements a little bit better, what I think, without breaking the bank. Of course, you can buy the high temperature red grease and you can use that, but it's got a price to it. Anyway, so anyways, we've already greased some of it, but I just want to show y'all. So there's some of our new grease right there hanging out right there. Here again, some people will say you didn't ever want to see your grease showing. Some people just say one pump or doer. Some people say, you know, you want to see the grease come out. I like to see the grease come out just a little bit, just because I know then there's grease throughout the whole working area. Like right here, you see a little bit of grease coming out. Not much. It's not like that. I got a little exuberant on that one. And like little areas right in here. That's old grease right there. But I don't get too crazy in here, but there's just, when I barely see it coming out, that's when I stop. That's me. Like I said, other people will do other things and have different ideas. But here you go. So anytime you see one of these Zerk fittings, let's see, where is one? Come on, Sammy. Look a little harder. Okay, well, anyways, here's three. There's one there, and one there. That usually tells you right there you have a joint or you have a greasable area. One there, one there. There is a bunch of them on this machine. What I always say, and I always tell everybody, like especially when I send a new guy in here to grease the machine, I tell them, look at every bending part. If your elbow bends right here, you probably need grease in it. Your fingers move, you need grease in it. So here we go. You know, there's your mouth opening like that. Grease goes there. Grease goes in the hydraulic area, because, you know, this moves like this. And I always tell them, you know, you may not see it on one side, but you go on the other side, you look up underneath, boom, there's one right there. The other one is, I think it's closed up in there, but there's one in there. And the reason why I'm going to finish doing this is because I didn't get the tall part. I had to bring the boom down to get to the top of these. But there is a grease fitting there. Let's see here. We're looking for the other grease. There's some that's old grease right there. You can feel it. It's old. It feels like paper. Grease fitting right there. Grease fitting right up there. I don't know if y'all can see that. I zoom in. There's a grease fitting right there. And let me close this camera up. Okay, sorry for my fingers and stuff in the way. But you look in the machine, there's fitting there. There is also a fitting up here, but like I said, since the boom is down, it's in there. But once you pick it up, it comes open, and you can see the grease coming out here. Actually, I think it might be on the, no, it is up in there. Unfortunately, like I said, you got to open it up. We've got that already. There's one there. Let's see here, where else we got some more stuff. Let's go over here. There's our swing pinions and our cylinder swings. That is up underneath there. This one here, I get a pretty generous pumping in. I probably go about 5 or 6. Look at your manual in your machine. It will tell you exactly what to put in there. But like I said, that's kind of what I've been doing now. I'm going to read the manual one more time, because sometimes it will say 10, depending on how far that grease has got to travel back into the swing area. Of course, you want to make sure it's good. Another thing for the newcomers, y'all might be saying, well, Big Sammy, why you got to worry about grease? The reason why is because these areas right here, if you don't put no grease in, they will literally wear out. You ever go down to an area, an old machine where you hear a lot of clanking and the bucket's moving like this and it's just all over the place? It usually hasn't been greased good enough, or it's just flat wore out. But like I said, you try to find all your grease fittings. I've done that one. I've done my swing already. And for me, I always like to grease the machine whenever I get in it and do any work on it. Let's see if we can find any other places. For anybody else watching this video, they've been checking out the Kobelco. Like I said, good little machine. I have not ever had a problem with it. It's been really good. I have got loose tracks. They said there is a grease fitting in the loose tracks, which I think is right down there. It sure is. And then of course I got the blade up, and I've already done the blade areas here. I try to keep my feet out the way so I'm not wearing steel toes. And grease fitting here. And if you guys look up in there, there is a grease fitting on the side and then one on the other side. And that kind of more or less gets your blade. Another little things, depending on how new or old your machine is or how much it's been sitting around. A lot of times you go to put grease in these machines, and what they will not do is they will not accept any grease. And the reason for that is, you know, like I said, either it's been sitting around a lot, the Zerk fitting is bad, or it's just pinched to a point where the grease cannot go in. There's a lot of different ways people will tell you. They say sometimes warm the Zerk fitting up, get the grease to flow, and you can pump more in it. Or some people will just say, hey, change out your Zerk fitting. All this stuff can help. Or in this case, you just make sure that everything is at rest. Nothing's in a bind. You don't have any pressure on anything. That will help too. All right, so let's grab our little trusty gun. Like I said, other things about greasing, you always want to make sure the tip of your gun there is clean. You don't want to be putting dirt in your grease fittings or any kind of trash. So I usually keep a little rag on me and clean the tip of the gun off like that. Make sure there's no dirt hanging out. There it is. And also when I come to the fitting, like that one, if I see that it's got dirt on it, I will wipe it off like so. Just clean it up. And then that way it will take grease a lot better. So I'm gonna put y'all down for a minute. Sorry for the unstable camera. It's hard to do it with two hands, or one hand I should say. All right, put it on there like so and give her a pump. Actually, that was 2 pumps. If you guys can hear it, I'm gonna put you down. I'm gonna see if you can hear the noise, but listen for the noise. You'll hear like a popping noise. Just put y'all down right there, and y'all listen for the popping noise. Okay, it's not gonna do it, but you see grease coming out right there. See that grease coming out? That means she's full. Pull it off, and we're moving up to the next one. Here's our next grease fitting. Nope, that's not it. Hold on. Sorry. They're gonna look around for the grease fitting. Oh, there it is right there. See it up top? Should have probably got a ladder to do this, but I don't want to drag a ladder up. Okay, it's on there. Now put y'all down and see if you can hear it. There it goes. Did y'all hear that popping sound? That's what you want to hear. That means grease is going in there and it's popping and it's coming out. You see it push a little bit out. Good sign. And then we're going to get that one right up there. And see if I can put y'all back in the back. Excuse the filmage, but there we go. And put it on there. Slipped off. And as it slipped off, it's not working. All right, and there you go. Now, this is just me, but I don't like a lot of grease on my machine, so right there where the grease has come out, or it just kind of spewed all over the place, I just like to take a little rag and wipe that excess grease off. Like I said, it don't hurt nothing if it's up there. But the thing is it just makes for a clean machine. You don't have a lot of grease on you, and as you see, you don't get it all over yourself, but little areas. When you have it all over the place, it tends to get all over you. You get your elbows, your clothes, and everything else in it. Anywho, hope that helps somebody. Hope whoever is a new equipment operator gets some help out of this. And if you got a machine and say like you don't have no construction background or no mechanical background, hopefully this helps you. If you guys have any more questions about the Kobelco, drop me a comment. I'll try to answer it, or answer it to the best of my abilities. But other than that, that's it. It's Big Sammy. I appreciate y'all. Merry Christmas to all you guys, and I hope you have a happy New Year's and a good forthcoming year. Hope all of us construction workers and people that are working to try to make something happen, y'all do good this year. Thank you for the new subscribers, and we appreciate y'all. Thank you a lot. Peace.